The Tom and Jerry marquee for the cinema, and it starts now. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna try to do a glitch here. I didn't get it. Okay, there was a frame perfect glitch where if you manage to do your bounce on the floor, why exactly on when the mosquito and the floor are combined, then you do some sort of super jump and you can save 17 seconds because you can make it to this floor immediately. But it's frame perfect, and I really have absolutely no training doing it. I'm gonna try to do this. Look at that. So this is a glitch that only works in this level for some reason. You can jump on cheese bits if you keep down pressed when you jump. It's silly. I don't know why it works, and I have no idea why it works only in this level. It does not do anything. By the way, it actually slows me down a bit, but I don't care. I wanted to show it off. Okay, now we're on film, sort of. And yeah, those make me go fast, so I want to stay on the floor as much as possible. But I'm going to exploit the mechanic of double jumping. So I didn't really explain it earlier, but you have a bounce jump. When you jump, it's not very high, but the second jump from the floor is much higher. Okay, and there I just skipped 15 seconds of this level. You're supposed to go up and down again, but you can, if you do a really clever trick, a clever jump there, it's actually a bit harder than it looks. You can just skip to the last part of the level, so it's about 15 seconds. Now we are in the theater room on a skateboard for some reason. This is the only skateboard level. I'm definitely going to take a few hits here because dodging everything is stupid difficult. Like really. And dodging any damage here, I swear it's actually frame perfect. The game wants you to be hit here. And now we are backstage and we're gonna fight Tom for the first time. Let's see if I can get this. Two. I'm not sure the second one counted. This one definitely did not count. Damage is really stupid in this game. It's kind of inconsistent. Okay, I beat him in 4 cycles. But yeah, ideally you want 3 cycles. You can do 2, 4, and 4. But some hits did not count. You can clearly see that sometimes the marble that I'm throwing hits Tom's face, but he does not flash from it. It's probably that he was still invincible, but it really doesn't show obvious. It doesn't show in an obvious manner. So yeah, it's gonna be really tricky to nail the 3 cycle kill. Okay, now we are in the junkyard. I didn't manage to get the climb here. There's a pretty difficult climb you can try to get. Okay, I can deplete all my health because the level is almost over. This is the end. Yeah, there is absolutely no knockback of any kind when you get hit. So I abuse damage to go through enemies when I just don't want to bother killing them. And here for the score screen at the end of the level, I can use any button, any face button or start, same as here. So I just mash everything to skip everything for as fast as possible. Oh dang, this is really not optimized. Use this little step. I go on this but don't stay on it because it's useless. Yeah, it's not easy to tell which one of these platforms actually fall, but they are outlined very slightly differently. Yeah, this is a bit of a silly game. It doesn't control very well because Jerry is a little bit slippery, and your biggest enemy in this game are going to be the edges of platforms. If you need to do a trick jump at the edge of a platform, it's really difficult to place yourself correctly. Because the edges of platforms can trip you up somehow. You can slide off them. Well, it's weird. This is one of my childhood games, and I still like it, but it definitely has flaws. It doesn't look very good. It has very poor music. But it's a game, and it has been very interesting when I used to run this and grind it, because now I have a pretty solid time, to be honest. It took quite some grinding to get it. I have an 1124. and I doubt I'll ever beat that, because I don't think I would find more motivation to run the game. So here you want to make sure that you finish this level with at least 1 heart to spare, so that you can go through the giant magnet here. So you can just stay on the platform, on the tubes there, and spam at Tom. Apart from that, not too much to say about that level. It has also some lag. I was jumping in some places to avoid some enemies from being loaded, and that saves a little bit of lag. Yeah, in this level I'm gonna try to not be hit too much. I find the background really scary. There's too much. Yeah. Oh! Ah, dang, I didn't manage to do a full bounce. Oh, that sucks. I'm gonna try to not die too much, because you have a limited amount of lives, and if I game over, it's game over. There's no continue in this game. Every time you take a marble, it counts as 10 marbles, I think. So yeah, you're never out of marbles, at least. So there's that. Okay, I took it a bit carefully. Let's take this and jump to the right to load that green Lego, which is already on its way, so that saves a bit of waiting. And here there's a strat that I don't go for in a marathon setting. I'm the one who discovered it. You can actually not have to wait for that second green Lego. It's really hard to do though. You can do a really difficult jump off of the yellow Lego, bounce on the rocket coming from the right, and then land on the green Lego when it's still going to the right. And it saves about 5 seconds. It's really difficult to do, especially since, as I said earlier, the edges of platforms are really tricky. The game is not super solid. We already got hit twice. So yeah, you have to fight against the engine of the game sometimes to land these tricks. Oh! I wasn't sure I landed on that green Lego. Dang. Only 4 lives. Let's finish this game without dying. More. Bounce. Yeah, here you cannot one-cycle this. You have to wait for this to go up. Even in the task. Yeah, fun fact, this is actually the first game that I've ever tasked. So it's on taskvideos.org if you want to see it. Oh, and yeah, you can go on the ceiling, because this game is stupid. It does not have a proper ceiling. So you don't even need to do everything that the game is supposed to require you to do. Okay, here I can just drop and keep walking. Okay, third level, ball. Yeah, I'm gonna try to stay on the low parts. Because I can take damage, really doesn't matter. Because now I'm gonna fight the boss. Okay, I wasn't sure it would load for some reason. And this is sort of interesting. I liked the idea as a kid, even though it's a bit boring. You have to use these switches to activate the purple Legos to lead the bombs, the robots, to Tom. There's no other way to fight him. Oh, and fun fact, it's actually possible to go on the top there. It's really difficult, but you can squeeze between the yellow Legos. It's possible to do a really complicated jump to get up there, next to Tom, but you can't damage him directly. You can't actually interact. So it's really fun to do, but useless. In the task I demonstrated for fun, but you still need to lead the 10 robots. Yeah, every Tom in the game takes 10 hits, so it's always 10 for every Tom. I can't get it. Alright, fourth world, and it's by far the most interesting world, because all 3 levels are actually different this time. They're not all more or less the same. Okay, now let's take some health. need to be on the top. Here, yeah. Whoa, I managed to do a super big jump. That's the glitch I was mentioning in the beginning. Yeah, I hate this trick jump. It's actually difficult to do. It's the hardest jump in the game. And it's required. Okay, this is almost the end. I don't care about damage. Okay, we did the kitchen where there's a lot of fire coming, falling from the ceiling for some reason. It's a really bad kitchen. Now the living room. This was my favorite level as a kid. Let's kill all the roaches. Have to go on the top, and soon we're gonna fall into the tank. I didn't manage to get the glitchy mouse, unfortunately. So here, what you want to do, I didn't manage to do it. You want to kill one of the fishes with a marble to eliminate some lag. Just one is enough. Two would be not required. And actually don't swim in the water because that's extremely slow. You just want to continuously jump, so you get out of the water and jump above the water. That's much faster than actually being in the water. Dang, my PB actually beat the game. And finally, last but not least, the last level, by far the hardest. So here I have to defeat 3 toms. And every time I beat a tom, I will gain a key which unlocks a rocket part. And I will have to assemble the whole rocket. Okay, let's see if I can get it. Yeah, that was a 4 in cycle. That's really hard to do. It's really hard to 3-cycle a tom because you want to have at least one of those cycles where you will nail 4 hits. And that's really hard to do. Okay, only 3. Yeah, I think that one counted. We'll see. Okay, yeah, nice. Another 3-cycle. That's cool. That's cool. It's really not easy to do. Okay, that one did not. That was not a 4. Ah, dang, only 2 hits. I rushed it. That was 4, but yeah, still 9 hits. Okay, I have all 3 keys, so I'm gonna unlock all parts. And there's the last thing I have to make sure. You can die if you fall from too high, so I have to hit a few platforms on the way. It's really terrible when you die this way. Yeah, now we're almost done. We just need to push the rocket onto his hand, and we're done! Okay, I died twice, so this is not a good run, but, well... To be honest, I did not derust that one that much. I derusted the other games much more. But well, we completed it, so I'm happy about it. We beat Tom, he lands on the moon, and that's it. You won! I hope you guys enjoyed. So this was a lesser known game block by me. We played through 5 of those SNES nice, interesting games. So I really hope you guys had a good time. I definitely did. Thanks a lot to the people behind the scenes at Speed Gaming for accepting all those games. I'm not done yet for the SNES Marathon. There's gonna be a little bit more of me next Saturday, I believe, with Soul Blazer Randomizer and some other nice stuff. So I'm okay to cut whenever told to do so.